Welcome to the Long Run, Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
What are we doing today?
Today we're going to talk about my goals, and we're also going to share with you a new thing that we're going to be doing.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay. All right, I'm going to quickly run through my goals because we want to get to this new thing that we're doing, that we want to say, if you'd like to join us on that, we would love that, and you could, let us know in the comments or either tag us and post and stuff like that how you're doing on it if you choose to be a part of it. Okay, so my goals, one of them was to average 10,000 steps a day in January. That would be 310,000 steps total for the month. If you also caught my video last month in January, you know I was having some problems with foot pain. So beginning of the month, I didn't walk very much. Not like 10,000 steps a day. So I kept working on it, and I was getting better toward the end of the month. I even got in a decent amount of steps the last 2 weeks, but it couldn't overcome how little bit I did in the first couple of weeks. So I did 721. I think that was about 8,000 steps a day. So February, I'm going to go for 9,000 steps a day. And so that would be, is that 252,000?
Yep.
Okay. Don't have my glasses on. All right. So strength train 5 days a week. I did not do that. And actually I've decided that I want to do that 4 days a week. It's going to fit in my schedule better. And I want that to be in conjunction with, if you caught in that January video, that 4 days a week, I want to start off my days with either like smoothies, bone broth, herbal teas, eggs and bacon, blah, blah, blah. I had this list of foods that I was going to start off with. And so I want those days to be on the same day, because the smoothies or protein smoothies, things like that, and they'll help with muscle recovery after doing strength training. So that's good. I'm work on those getting a little better, getting a little more consistent with them, because I wasn't consistent we also did have our family come in and visit and stuff like that, so I just wasn't worrying about that as much. I did do 3 days a week of intermittent fasting, and I did that every single week. And I do want to clarify when I say that I'm not a naturally hungry person in the mornings anyway. So, but I've been never if I drank coffee, I was usually good for 3 or 4 hours past getting up. So what I basically am, that's different than what I normally did, is I just took honey out of my coffee. So it's just coffee and heavy cream, or coffee and half and half. And because honey can, from what I understand from some people that I watch, is that it can break a fast. So it was like, oh, that little bit of honey was making me break a fast every morning, even though I wasn't really worried about it. I wasn't trying to intermittent fast, but I thought if I just take out the little bit of honey, then I would be intermittent fasting. So that's basically the only difference from what I was doing before. I said for dinner meals, I was going to sub out some lower carb option. That I was going to sub out lower carb options in certain meals, and I did that. And I do want to note that I'm not saying that I'm on a low carb diet, or that there's anything wrong with a low carb diet or not. If you choose not to do low carb, it doesn't matter. I just was saying that I wanted things that focused more on vegetables more in my diet. So when I say lower carb options, I mean if he's eating rice, I may be doing cauliflower rice, because that's a vegetable instead of just a rice, or something like that. Like if they're doing pasta, I might have salad instead of doing the pasta noodles, things like that. It's not about me doing a low carb diet. It's about me focusing on the lower carb options that are actually vegetables too. So I hope that makes sense. Book was Judgment Cometh. And and by the way, I did do that with the lower carb stuff. The book was Judgment Cometh, and I finished that really early in the month. And my book for February is going to be one that is focusing on, and I'll just put the book cover right here, but it's like a genealogy book that teaches you how to use free websites and stuff to learn more about your genealogy. One thing that a lot of people don't know about me is we have a big gap in my family because my grandfather was adopted and nobody really knows where he came from. Like, so, so we don't know exactly what our heritage is since we don't know who he was before he was adopted, other than he was a baby. So anyway, that was all of my goals, and now we're going to talk about this challenge that we have for you.
Yeah.
All right. It's called the Project 50 Challenge. Some of you may have heard that. Derek's Journey did that like earlier in the month. So we were talking about we wanted to do a challenge, and we looked at 75 Hard and we were like, what? But I will go ahead and say we wanted this challenge to end before the Boston Marathon. So 75 days out was already not going to work for us because we wouldn't be done with it before Boston. Yep. I don't think, if memory serves me right, we would be into traveling. So that was one thing. Second, 75 Hard has very strict rules. And if you know any of my backstory, you know that I didn't give myself grace ever, and I just don't want to go into something that's so strict that it might like mess with my head on, you know, who I am as a person or whatever. So I'm not saying that people can't go into 75 Hard and do it healthy with a healthy mindset, but I'm probably not one of those people. So we did not want to do 75 Hard. And the same thing with 75 Soft was just the 75-day frame. So we're like, what do we do? So we said Project 50. Now, Project 50 is a little too easy. So we said we're going to have to do some modifications to Project 50 to make it an actual challenge. Because to us, the beauty of Project 50 is not about weight loss or anything like that. It's about habit setting. And so that's why we wanted to work on things that would challenge us and set habits. So the first one that they have is wake up before 8 a.m. Now we'll be honest with you, we don't sleep till 8 a.m. We haven't slept till 8 a.m. in a really long time. Joel gets up at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the morning to go run. So this would not be a challenge for him at all. And what I'm about to say is still not a challenge for him, but it is for me. And that's wake up before 6 a.m. because I usually wake up somewhere between 6 and 6:30. So it's like if I could get up by 6 a.m., that would be great.
All right.
The second one, you do your morning routine with 0 distractions. Now, all of these are a little vague. And so what we determined was for what no distractions means is we can't turn on the TV or you look at social media during that hour. We can do anything that we want to, like Bible study, read from our books. We can even use part of that time to exercise if we feel like that's relaxing to us. Anything we want, as long as television and social media does not come into the picture. So, all right.
All right, and then the third one is exercise for 1 hour, and you can break that up. Do 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes at night, but you have to exercise for at least an hour a day.
Yeah. And what we're gonna do is, what I'm gonna do. He's probably gonna run. What I'm gonna do is 30 minutes of cardio, or either 1 whole hour of cardio, except for 4 days a week. Will be half cardio and half strength training. Mm-hmm. Okay. Then you read 10 pages a day, and that's really not a big challenge for us either. We've been reading for a long time, if you know that. So, we'll be reading 10 pages a day at least.
Yep.
The fifth one.
Dedicate 1 hour towards developing a new skill.
Yep. And we've already decided that we did not want the month to be just one skill. We're going to do, we're actually going to work on learning Spanish better on alternating days, and on the other days we're going to work on things like improving our video editing skills, our social media skills for posting things on social media, things like that. so that it helps us with this channel and stuff. So, so one on, one off, like that every week.
Yep. Number 6 is going to be follow a healthy diet. Now, they didn't give us a lot of parameters in that, so we pretty much defined that ourselves. Now, for me, being an active runner, I need calories and I need certain things in my diet. So for us, the healthy diet is going to be all about moderation, not overeating, not eating a lot, just making sure we're eating the things we need, but not too much.
And of course, my goals will be the ones that I just mentioned earlier in the video when I was talking about mine. That will be the healthy diet I'm following, because there's no parameters about what healthy diet means, which I actually like that because it's not restricting. I get to figure out what I want to eat, how I want to do it. So, all right. And our final one that goes into this is track your daily progress in a journal. And so there's no parameter on that either. You just get a journal out and write whatever you feel like you need to write. That keeps you going, encouraging, so that you can look back at it and see what you are doing well or aren't doing well or whatever. So that's that. I am considering posting, maybe not daily, but it'll be close to daily, what I'm eating on this Project 50, and I'll number them, you know, Project 50 day 1, stuff like that, in a shorts video. Now, you don't have to watch that, and they keep the shorts over there on the shorts tab now on the page. So if you don't get around to watching it, that's okay. But I would love the encouragement if you did come by and let me know that you give me a thumbs up, just for sharing, because we do believe in a balanced diet. They won't all be perfect days. And the only reason I'm not saying every day is because I know we're going to a retreat, and I do not want to be sitting there in a retreat taking pictures of everything, all my food. Yep. So, but other than that, I'm going to try to give you one daily shorts with the food that I'm eating.
All right, so drop us a comment below and let us know some things you're doing, maybe challenges you're setting for yourself for the next couple months. We want to know those things so we can cheer you on as well.
Also, if you'd like to be participating in the Project 50 challenge with us, let us know.
Yeah.
And tell us how you're doing every week, or if on the shorts, let us know how you did. We'd love to hear that and love to cheer you on if you're a part of it.
Yep. Hey everybody, Future Joel and Christy here. Just wanted to break in for just a moment, let you know we forgot to put the dates on here for the Project 50 challenge, which is going to be February 13th through April the 3rd are going to be the dates we're going to be doing the Project 50 challenge. And now back to past Joel and Christy. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell for updates when we upload new videos. Make sure you have the all notifications clicked, because you never know when we're going to drop a video in there. So if you have the all notifications clicked, then you'll know when there's a video ready for you to view.
That's right.
But with that said, that's going to do it today for the Long Run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And don't forget, it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.